Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm all by myself up here, but Dave and hopefully Dawn will be joining me soon. How's everybody? First of all, I gotta apologize. My daughter, I mean, it was funny at first, but then it wasn't. My daughter, is there an echo? Oh, hold on a sec. Is it good now? First of all, she's fine. She slipped down the stairs. She was far too quick going down the stairs. So I was sitting in the living room and I just heard boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, oh my God, what was that? And I knew she was going upstairs in the bedroom. And I said, Emily, are you okay? And she's like laughing at first, saying, yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. And then I checked her out and she was like laying on the I'm sorry, I have to laugh, but if you guys would have seen it, you would have probably laughed as well. Yeah, so I went to the emergency room because she was in a lot of pain. Then about 15 minutes after that happened, she couldn't walk and she had a developing big massive bruise on her butt. So I went to the emergency room, to let her get checked out. Better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, we weren't considered a medical emergency due to COVID. And I spent like 4 hours in hospital sitting there. But yeah, she's fine. She wasn't at school today, but tomorrow she's eager to go back to school. So thank you, everybody, for your understanding. And thanks to Dawn. I heard he kept up answering your questions and everything you guys wanted to know. And that's very, very nice. So thank you so much, Dawn. A warm welcome to everybody who's joining me today. You won't be seeing me because I'm already in my pajamas sitting in my hotel room. I'm on a trip for the Union again. Going home tomorrow though. It's only a one night thing, but yeah. Thank you also to my great moderators who kept the chat up yesterday. It was amazing. Thank you so much. The Wi-Fi connection in here is a little bit bad. That, I lose connection at some point, but don't worry, I'll be coming back in within seconds. So yeah, I heard you guys had fun on my channel without me yesterday with Dawn, and I'm glad you had. So everybody, what we're gonna do is not a normal read-through of the discovery. It's going to be finding flaws, right? Of what was said, the different reports, and everything really what there is to discover. You got to keep in mind that this evidence collector, or what her name is, Purcell Amanda, she put everything into the discovery as it came. So, for example, when Coonrod put his report in, it went in there. And when he put in his written notes, when Baumhofer said, we got to keep all the notes, everything needs to be kept. She put it in as it came, basically. So you will find notes way further down in the discovery, and you cannot make sense out of it. I personally would have loved to put everything in order, but this will probably take me a week. That's no problem, Caschik. That's no problem. All right, let's get right into this. I'm sorry. I'm going to share my screen with you. And this is Dave also sent me his discovery he has. And what we're going to do as well, not on screen, but in the background, we're going to compare the discoveries we have, because I also have the very first one. So we're going to compare and see what they actually redacted or took out of the discovery, right? So let's get into this. It's not like bedtime story, is it? So this is what, oh, hold on. Gonna make this bigger. So this is basically the first discovery that I have had saved in my files. Dave also has the very first one, I believe. And I have 2 more versions of the discovery. Bedtime discovery, right? No. So let's start getting into this. Nope, where is it? Here. All right. So obviously it's from the Frederick Police Department and it's an offense. The case report number is 1806743. And I gotta make a little live stream on this as well, because I gotta talk to some people about this, because back then in 2018, we found the same case number was given to the Watts case, but before it was given to the Watts case, somebody else's case report number that was, and I'm gonna tell you whose that was when I'm sure about what I'm talking about. All right, the officer name is Coonrod Scott. So this is his report. The date of report is August the 13th, obviously. The location is 2825 Saratoga Trail. Date and time of the offense occurred on August the 13th, and he gives midnight. So then the charges are listed as follows: 3 times murder in the first degree and 3 times tampering with a deceased body. As you can see here, it says the person and the victim type. And it says either victim, and when we go further on, it says, when they list Chris, it says subject. And I found something very interesting. So the person obviously is Shannon Catherine Watts, is a victim. Date of birth is 10th of January 1984. She's a female, white. Hair is black, the eyes are hazel, height is 505, and the weight is 148. She's living on Saratoga Trail in Frederick. Zip code, phone number. This is nothing out of the ordinary. So now look at here. I do not understand. I mean, I saw many reports, police reports and stuff like that, but I don't understand why somebody has to approve a report an officer has written. So as you can see here, the report was written or occurred, the event occurred on the 13th. He approved, Albert Ian approved Officer Coonrod's, now he's a sergeant, I believe, Officer Coonrod's report, and I wonder why. Why would he have to approve a report? He wasn't there. He cannot say anything, right? So that was really weird to me. But maybe you guys can make sense out of this and tell me why that is. It's actually normal? Okay. Thank you, New Orleans lady. I did not know that. It was just very, very weird. Okay, so this guy basically proofread Coonrod's report. Then we have Watts Christopher Lee, person, victim type, subject, date of birth, male, white race, hair is black, eyes are brown, height 5'10", weight 225, also living in Saratoga Trail. Then we have Cici, all her details. Keep your eyes on here. What does it say? Hair, blonde, eyes, hazel, right? Blonde, her hair is blonde, not brown red, as the medical examiner states. Then we have Bella. Bella's hair is brown. Obviously, she's a victim as well. Also, everything approved by Albert Ian. Then we have Atkinson Nicole. Most of the stuff is redacted, but that's fine. Then we have her son, also redacted. That's fine too. And then you guys, oh no, first of all, Nate. Nate's, everything is redacted basically, so we don't really have something to read. So he's a witness. Then here, Atkinson Nicholas is a witness. And also Atkinson Nicole is a witness. Bella and Cici are and Shanann are obviously victims, and Chris, as it states here, is a subject, right? So when you go further down, you see Welch Tyler, and she's classified as a subject, which is, good morning.
Morning. Hi, everyone. Hope you can see me. Hope you can hear me. I think I've got it all worked out.
Yes, fine.
Awesome.
Thanks, Graph-tastic, for joining. So what I was just saying is we basically go through the list of witnesses and victims and subjects. Can you make any sense out of it why Tyler Welch would be classified as a subject?
None whatsoever, except they didn't get enough information and they didn't follow up in the discovery anyway.
Right. So that is very weird to me. Okay, let's move on. Here, same thing. He was arrested and they put another report on the arrest. Now let's get to the narrative. And this is Coonrod's report. Keep in mind, it was proofread by Ian, whatever his name is. All right, on August the 13th, 2018, at approximately 13:40 hours, this officer was dispatched to 2825 Saratoga Trail on a reported check well-being. Nicole Atkinson called about her friend, Shanann Watts. Nicole stated she dropped Shanann off around 1:48 this morning. Nicole stated Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant and not feeling well. Nicole had dropped her off after her business flight from Arizona. Shanann was not answering phone calls or texts and had missed her doctor's appointment. First of all, she could not have known this because it wasn't her texting and calling Shanann. It was Cassie Rosenberg. She was the first one. And she urged NA to go look for Shanann, what was going on. Nicole and her son, Nicholas Atkinson, went to the Watts residence and observed Shanann's car in the garage. The vehicle still had child seats inside of it. Okay. How can you see child seats inside Shanann's car?
The only way you could do that was physically. Sorry.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, right. The only way you could see that is by physically having been in the actual garage. And we do know when she opened the garage door, when Chris opened the garage door, when we get to that, she walked straight over to the car and glanced in and put her head up against the windows, like her head and eyes up against the windows to see if the car seats were physically in it. So how could she see they were already in it from outside of the garage, looking down through, like standing on the bonnet of her car and looking down through the windows at the top of the garage? Impossible.
Mhm. Yeah.
But she already knew they were in there before they even went into the house.
And I believe I'm going to upload the original 911 call, so to speak, tomorrow. And you hear her actually saying her flip-flops are there and the child seats, the car seats are still in there. So it's not like they're reporting on that she just saw that entering the garage when Chris came home. She
Correct.
actually says that in her phone call to police.
Correct. That's absolutely
So
correct. And
I don't
how
know.
does she know?
Maybe she wanted to, make them to act quicker. I don't know. Same when she says she's diabetic. She never was diabetic. So maybe, the explanation is, just get them there quicker. Thank you, Penny. Yeah, but other than that, I have no explanation. All right.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Dave.
Hello? You're ignoring me?
No, hello. We spoke earlier.
Yeah. So, still child seats inside. Nicole attempted to enter the front door, but it had a latch, which prevents you from opening in more than 3 inches. Nicole had called Shanann's husband, Christopher Watts, and requested he come home and check on Shanann. Nicole stated Shanann was diabetic, but was not known to have seizures or to ever black out. Upon arrival, I checked the front door. This is Coonrod, right? Nicole entered the password and it opened. The door had a safety latch which prevented it from opening more than a few inches. I announced police department and heard no noises from Shanann and her children, Celeste Watts and Bella Marie Watts. I did not see anything through the window that was out of the ordinary. And keep in mind, this is a narrative. This was written after the fact, okay? So I checked all windows and the rear slider door. All were locked and the sliding glass door had a lock bar on it. Nicole kept saying Christopher was not coming. She had called him several times and he kept giving her different arrival times. I contacted Christopher by phone and asked for the garage door code. Christopher stated it did not work from the outside. This is what we know, right? The friggin' thing was broken for forever. He was about 5 minutes away at that time. When Christopher arrived, we went inside through the garage to check for Shanann and the 2 children. No, Coonrod, you did not go through the garage. You went through the front door. Christopher gave me consent to check the entire home. No one was found in the residence. Christopher did come up to me holding Shanann's wedding ring and stated he found it on the nightstand. Well, first of all, he did not come up to Coonrod, he came straight up to Atkinson. When Nicole asked where Shanann's phone was, Christopher went to the couch upstairs and found it between the cushions. That's a lie. And this is a narrative they are creating to make the judge or a jury or whoever feel like this was, he went upstairs and found it in the cushions, which is not true.
And it's the
And
order.
also,
It's also the
Coonrod
order.
never saw him walking upstairs, going to the couch, finding the phone. Coonrod went upstairs, and Nick and Chris both said, "We found her phone." And this is
That's-
what happened. You can see it on body cam.
But he's already talked about the ring. Okay, so he said the ring was found before
The phone.
The phone, and it's not that order at all. We know it was the phone was first and then the ring.
Exactly. So he found it between the cushions. He did not know what the password was to Shanann's phone. Nicole knew it, possible date of birth of their unborn son, and turned it on. Christopher gave consent to look at her phone. No calls were made that morning. I contacted Detective Baumhofer and requested he to come to the residence. Christopher stated Shanann arrived home from a trip around 2 in the morning. He was asleep at the time. He woke up around 5 to get ready for work, and they began talking about them separating. Christopher stated it was a civil conversation and they were not arguing. They were emotional, though. Christopher stated they had been talking about separating for a few weeks. Christopher stated about 5:27 hours, he backed his truck up to the garage to load up tools and left. Christopher stated he had tool stolen in the past. Oh my God. And it's so hard to read. And now he unloads his truck on his Fridays. Is this somehow, I don't know what happened with that report, but this is not, very hard to read. Christopher stated Shanann was in bed at that time. Christopher stated Shanann told him she was going to a friend's house today with their 2 children. Christopher stated he did not ask Shanann which friend's house she was going to go. Christopher stated he went to a job site, oil well, past Hudson, Colorado, to check on it. Christopher stated he was there alone for a few hours. Christopher said he was an operator for Anadarko. Shanann's mother called during this time and was adamant that Christopher had done something and that I needed to check the GPS on his truck. Christopher's work truck has GPS on it. So this is when she was on the phone with Coonrod for a very long time. Is that right?
Forever.
Okay.
Yes.
Because he's stating actually that during this time, she was with him on the phone. So she tells them to check his GPS. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Detective Baumhofer and I checked the residence thoroughly.
Mhm.
Shanann's purse. What?
Sorry, I just want to just add something here very quickly for people.
Yes, sure. Oh, I
Okay.
don't see chat, by the way. I'm sorry, you guys.
Okay, so an hour and over an hour and 20 minutes after Okay. After what's his name arrives, Coonrod arrives at the house. So he just states, Detective Baumhover and I checked the residence thoroughly. Well, there is a locked bathroom upstairs, everybody, for those of you that are not aware. A locked bathroom that remained locked, looking for a missing family, and it remained locked until after Detective Baumhover said, "What is in here?"
Mhm.
So they're supposedly going through a house looking for everybody, and there is a locked room upstairs for an hour and 20 minutes, and not once did the now promoted Sergeant Coonrod say to Chris, "What's in here? Can we unlock this door, please?" No,
Uh-huh.
didn't happen for an hour and 20 minutes. And I find that absolutely, it is disgusting behavior. It is disgusting.
Also, they did not find the watch, did they? When they searched everything so thoroughly.
Well, they searched everything, right? So where they found Shanann's phone, we later to find out on the Wednesday, they also found her watch under the same cushions
Mm-hmm.
that were in a perfect position on that couch, by the way, when young Nick had found the phone, right? But the watch was never to be found on the Monday or the Tuesday, but Wednesday the watch gets found.
Right.
So there's something very suspicious about where that watch was, and I do not believe it was in the house on the Monday, and I believe it reappeared possibly on Tuesday.
After they got the tip off to search for the watch.
Correct. Yes.
Where was I? We observed nothing suspicious inside the residence, vehicles or garage that gave the appearance of an altercation. The master bed had the comforter, sheets, and pillows removed. The fitted sheet was next to the comforter on the floor, and the pillows were on the other side of the bed on the floor. I did not observe the top sheet anywhere. I found the top sheet. He lifted it up, actually, didn't he?
Well, we could probably get into an argument with chat on this one. I believe it's a top sheet, and there are some people many people think it's a mattress, a very thin mattress protector. That's
But
what
it
some
has the
people
same
believe.
pattern.
Correct.
If my internet connection wouldn't be that bad, I would pull up the body cam, but we can do that next time, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. So there were two separate sheets in the bedroom, and they were both laying in front of the chest of drawers next to the bathroom door.
Correct.
And they actually see them and pull them up and lift them up. It's on body cam. And I don't know if that's the sheet that was missing. He couldn't find anywhere. I don't know their bedding. They should have asked Nicholas for that because he knows the pattern
Oh,
and
he
everything.
knows the patterns, the colors, and everything of the actual
Mhm.
sheets. He's a very, very observant young 16-year-old boy.
Absolutely. All right. So where were I? I did not observe the top sheet anywhere. Nicole stated Shanann works from home and it's extremely unusual for her to leave without her phone. She does direct sales and doesn't go anywhere without it. I checked with neighbors to see if anyone observed someone coming or going. Nathaniel Trinastich,
Very
neighbor
good.
to the east, showed me his home video surveillance. At 1:48, Nicole's vehicle is observed leaving. The video does not show it arriving. At 5:27 hours, Christopher's truck is observed backing into the driveway. Nathaniel, and that's not true. Don, according to the synchronization, it's not true, right?
No, it is not.
What time did he back up? That was
18 and 32 seconds.
18 and 32 seconds. Yeah.
Yes, some 9 minutes earlier.
Yep.
Right. So he's backing up at 5:27. I don't know where he's got 5:27 from. Nate and Nicole both stated they had never seen him back into the driveway before. Well, Nicole, how would she see him backing him into the driveway when he goes to work or comes home from work? Nate, okay, I understand. He never saw him probably, but Nicole, it leaves a short time later, whatever that is. Nathaniel and Nicole both stated they had never seen him back into the driveway before. It leaves a short time later. Can you make sense out of this? I can't. The rear of the truck was obscured from the camera by the garage. The video shows no other vehicles coming or going. The garage door of the residence was checked. It did not open from the outside, but did open and close from within. Christopher gave us consent to check Shanann's phone. It had an alert which stated the garage door was opened at 12:42 hours. Who was there?
Nicole Atkinson was there because her vehicle is it's seen through her 360 app that she left at 12:47 and she was driving.
Okay, so it's here in black and white. It had an alert which stated the garage door was opened at 12:42.
Amazing.
I don't think it was just wiggling. I think this actually opened. Detective Baumhofer took the phone. Hang on a minute. 12:42. The door opens, right? And she's leaving at 12:47.
Correct.
So 5 minutes. Okay, so do we actually was Nicholas with her at that time?
I'm not yeah, he would have been.
Yes, he
Okay.
was.
Yeah, because
Do
when
we
would
know
they
if they both left at 12:47?
we know the vehicle left because isn't it seen on Nate's camera leaving at 12:47?
Did Nicholas have a driver's license?
I believe he did.
Okay, we gotta check on this stuff. Detective Baumhofer took the phone to the Frederick Police Department. Christopher showed me his phone, which shows alarm times when the doors are opened. It sent an alarm at about the time stating he had left the open garage door. Christopher told me that at least 3 times, which I felt was unusual.
I need to
Not
interrupt.
only we felt it was unusual, Coonrod, we did
Yep.
too.
Well, I know where he got the 5:27 time from because he was actually Chris kept emphasizing up on the landing upstairs
That the door was open,
about
right?
the 5:27 alert. So he's saying Chris reversed in at 5:27 to match Chris's story about his alerts about the garage door being open at 5:27. So that's where he
Right.
plucked 5:27 from.
Uh-huh.
He plucked it out of thin air. He did not have any idea what time that was that Chris reversed in.
Shanann's phone showed an alert at 12:42 hours for the garage door, which is the only way someone could leave the residence. So who came out at 12:42?
Someone who is lying. I'm sorry.
Someone was already there,
Correct.
leaving at 12:42.
Because you know when you
This is how I read it anyway.
yeah, absolutely. And you can actually press the button from inside the house. Okay. You know what I mean? And then run to the door and get out. For example, if it was going down. So you could go up, and then you put the garage door up so you can then get out. Then you press the button so you can then run to the door and get out in time. So yeah, it's quite easy to get out of that garage door, even if you don't go out the front door.
Okay, Catherine, I think Dave can explain that to you because we actually have all his where the alarms were and stuff like that, right?
Yes, we
I can remember.
I can confirm with each and every one of you that there are garage door alarms
1, 2, 3.
on all three on the three garage doors, and one of those is the interior door. The first door is the little garage door. This door 2 is the big one. That's the double. That's the one where he talks about overhead door 2 remaining open at 5:27. All right, and then door 3 is the one into the mudroom from the actual garage itself, and you actually can hear it in a video that they do discuss on Shanann. You actually there's an alert that you hear about the interior door being opened with Shanann on a Facebook post. You actually hear it in the background.
Yeah, that
How
was
it's actually
Catherine's
said.
finding. Yeah. Would Nate's camera have been alerted if a person walks, runs out of the garage? No.
Well, it would have already been recording because there was somebody already there, parked in the driveway, reversed up to the door apparently, so they could look in.
Right. Okay, where was I? Showed an alert. Okay, which is the only way someone could leave the residence. When we remember that hatch was down, so they couldn't open. Christopher's demeanor. Oh, one other thing. If they couldn't open, if the keypad was broken and you cannot open the garage from the outside, but this is the only way to get outside of the house, and the hatch was down, right?
The latch was on the door. Yes.
Hatch or latch. How is that possible that Nicole enters or opens the garage door from the outside?
It could only have been opened from the actual inside by
inside.
pressing the button, which meant someone was already in the house to open the garage door.
What do you guys think?
I think somebody was already in the house.
So, again, real quick. The keypad was broken.
Correct.
You cannot open it from the outside. Is that right?
Correct.
So, the latch was put in place at the front door, also at the back door. This is
But
what
do we
Kuhn
know
was
the
like.
latch was put in place at 12:10 when NA actually turns up trying to get in the house? Do we actually know the latch was on for a fact?
No, we don't know that. But we see when Coonrod is trying to get into the house and he
Yes,
yells,
yes, the
saying,
latch is on. But if somebody walked into that house at 12:10 when Nicole Atkinson turned up, if they actually just walked in and went, they could then close the door, put the latch on, and then exit through the garage door as we just discussed.
Vivint was not turned off. That is really weird.
This is the reason that we don't have the Vivint logs.
Yeah. And also that we don't have all of Nate's footage.
Correct.
May I give you my 2 cents so far?
Yeah, give your 2 cents, absolutely. I'm gonna
First of
move
all,
where
yes,
it's a bit.
something about the format of the report. I don't like that Coonrod is calling everybody by their first name. It's not like they went to parties together. Usually, when I speak about CW, I call him Watts. In a report, I would expect to be called Mr. Watts or Mrs. Watts. And the same thing goes for the witnesses. But okay, that might be something specific to the United States. Another thing would be the date that this report was issued. It is August 17. That means Watts was already arrested. If you read closely this report, this initial report, you'll see that the role of the witnesses is largely minimized, almost redacted, as if Watts did everything and those witnesses didn't have nothing to do with visiting the house and looking for Shannon. In fact, we know very well that both NA and her son ran aimlessly through the entire house. We know somehow what they did, but what we can see in this report is that almost they don't exist as having any role. And to me, that is the only reason that somebody had to approve what Coonrod saw that day. Usually a report is issued the same day, or the latest would be the next day in the morning. But 4 days after, it is suspicious. And Tanya is right that it is not normal that somebody has to approve unless it is a document that has to be sent to a higher authority. But that is not the case. So, in my opinion, this entire report is redacted to fit a narrative. In fact,
Yeah, it says narrative, big and fat on top.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, look how stupid they are. Okay, usually it's called a report, and it has a date, it has a stamp, and so on. This is like, I don't know, Little Riding Red Hood. What is this?
It's an unbelievable. The thing is about this report, you get to the very third paragraph in this very initial report, which is the narrative, and it says Coonrod goes in the front, they go in through the garage. Like, it's all on
Yeah.
body cam. They walk through the front door.
Or he ran up and got her phone.
Yes,
Like
you know,
he didn't
and
even see that
correct, because he was actually walking. He was actually
through the house.
quarter of the way up the stairs when Chris yells out, "We found her phone."
Yeah,
So he never even saw Chris. He couldn't even see it was Chris that actually found the actual phone, or whether it was Nate who found the actual phone. And then he states Chris hands him the phone,
right.
but Chris didn't find the phone, according to the actual other witnesses.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on. He asked one time if he should go look for his family. I advised him her car was at the residence and I needed him there for now. I did not ask again about he did not ask again about looking and he did not seemed overly concerned. Nicole and Nathaniel said they both felt Christopher was extremely nervous. Nathaniel said he had heard Christopher numerous times in the past yelling loudly at Shanann. I canvassed the neighborhood. No one I contacted observed any vehicles coming or going or anything unusual.
Lie.
Well, you.
Big
Oh my
lie.
God.
Oh my goodness. Wait till the next day when they do canvass the neighborhood. But anyway, that's a flat lie.
Yeah. I left business cards on a few residences that had video surveillance and requested copies if anything was observed. I had Weld County Dispatch send a check well-being BOLO, that means be on the lookout for Shanann and the children. The contact was recorded on Taser camera. Nothing further at this time. Assigned under investigation, Coonrod Scott, and approved by Albert Ian on the 17th
Ian
of
Albert.
August.
Ian Albert. Yeah.
Yeah, Ian,
Oh my
Albert, Ian, who cares?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Approved. So the judge
Yeah.
looks at that. You know what I mean? Or a jury would look at that. It's the narrative,
Can you
everyone.
guys can you guys just cover for me for 2 minutes? I have a phone call coming through.
Yes, no problem at all. So, Don, what they're doing, so like a jury would have access to all of this, I would imagine, and they would definitely have the narrative of the story in front of them if it went before a jury, and the judge would have the narrative in front of him. So he reads this, and it all looks like premeditated murder.
Yes, somebody said in the chat, this report is not cumulative, it is conclusive, and usually that's not the case. It is not that the law enforcement is drawing conclusions, but I don't know the prosecution. And I don't know, this narrative is more like an article from The Sun, the tabloid from England. It has nothing to do with an objective description of the. Not only it is not objective, it is flawed with errors.
Yes.
And just from the start, how hard would it be to describe what you saw for a few hours? But no, somebody had to approve it and to insert and to steer the narrative towards a certain direction that would be unfavorable for what's.
You know,
It is
they
by
said he went up and got the ring first, Don. They said he went and got the ring, right? And then they found the phone. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, we all know the ring was found 20 minutes
yes,
after the phone.
yes,
You know, so after they had been having conversations upstairs and going through Shanann's phone and all sorts of things, and then Chris goes off and finds the ring miraculously in the bedroom after NA's already been in the bedroom 5 times. Chris has already been in the bedroom, but they never thought to look on the nightstand for a ring that was already there, obviously, apparently, had been there the whole time. Not unless somebody had walked upstairs from downstairs and placed that ring there and then reminded Chris, you better go and get the ring, because we do know Chris was getting directed via messages without a doubt. Everything he was saying and doing and how he was acting was like he was getting directed in some way on his phone to do the next action that he then did, all on camera. It's so evident that's what was occurring to everybody.
True. I mean, we know for sure that Watts is a very good follower and he needs directions all the time.
Yes, and it's been proven throughout this case as we have gone further into it. If somebody, like, he gets off the phone to somebody and then he searches for something on the internet, if you know what I mean, like they have a discussion about dioptase, and then next minute Chris is looking up dioptase crystals, or they're talking about going to the Lazy Dog, and Chris looks up the address of the Lazy Dog. So he basically gets told to do something, and then there's an action to follow whatever he was instructed to do. And this is what he was doing up there on the landing. He was definitely getting instructed by phone, and then his actions were being followed through in the house, right in front of the officer's eyes.
Yes, I'm not exactly sure if this is the first document issued in this case. I might be wrong.
Page 50, you know what I mean? So it may not be the first document, but it's the first document that's actually you can read in the actual discovery, because they redacted the first 40-something pages of the discovery. And this is the first report in the actual discovery page number.
I was just wanted to point out that right from the beginning, somebody tried to impose a conclusion.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for covering. That was my daughter.
No problem at all. I hope she's okay after yesterday's scare.
She's okay.
Yep.
All right. So the property they took, so the evidence they recovered, and this is all on the 15th, what they recovered. Pillowcases with residue. Pillowcases. Top bed sheet with residue. Did we even see that?
Well, the top bed sheet it had to have been the one, because he said there was no top bed sheet upstairs in the bedroom that day, but now they've miraculously, we know there was sheets on the floor. Is he talking about one of those sheets?
I think so. I don't know.
But he said there was no top sheet.
How many bed sheets did they even have?
Oh, there were lots. There were lots visible. Lots.
All right. The Apple Watch of him, the green one. Well, it has a green band and a green case. Her Apple Watch.
Sorry, that Apple Watch. Can I just say about the first Apple Watch? The Apple Watch that you all see on body cam footage, everybody, is Chris Watts' Apple Watch. It is not Shanann's. So on Monday, I am confirming to you all right now, the watch on the nightstand was Chris Watts'
his.
Apple Watch. He did not have it on at work. It was at home and left on the charger the entire time.
Right.
Never wore it. Thank you.
Her Apple Watch. And what's also weird to me is that they put his serial number,
Not hers.
but not hers.
Of course not.
So, yeah, that's kind of weird to me.
And it's described as golden pink. So we know it's a rose. I think whatever that color is rose
It's
gold. or
rose
something,
gold, yeah.
right? But Sandy describes it in a 4:30 a.m. phone call to Officer Goodman, 4:38 a.m. on Tuesday morning. She describes it as a white watch.
Yeah, because she had a case around it.
Correct.
A
But she
white
does
case.
describe it as a white watch. I just thought I'd let everyone know that, how it was described later on, before they come saying in chat that Sandy says it's white.
Yeah. A MacBook Pro style IM 200K. I gotta
Oh my
call
God.
Jeff and ask him if there's a MacBook out there with the style IM 200K.
Serial number, miraculously unknown.
Yep. iPad white pink Chapney Lee brand
Lee.
hard case. So here with the iPad, they describe the hard case it's in, but the Apple Watch has no hard case described, and she had one, a white one.
Mm-hmm.
The Echo from the kitchen, Amazon. The router,
From the basement.
the Netgear router. The leggings, clothes, possibly last seen in black pattern leggings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be nice if they would have put in their report where they found these items, but they didn't. Book Hold Me Tight, hardback. A light blue, the light blue glove.
It doesn't say where it was found.
No, but there was one upstairs and there was one on the fridge.
Yep. So there was one
the
on the
kitchen.
floor next to the bed, as we have found clearly, and there was one on the fridge.
Yep. All bedding and pillows from Bella's room. Well, normally they should put
Individual.
not all bedding and pillows. They should put one pillow this and that size, one pillow this and that size, one,
Correct.
duvet cover this and that size. This is normally not how you do it. Because so much goes missing along the way. So much evidence goes missing. And if they log it with saying all bedding and pillows from Bella's room, nobody knows how many pillowcases or how many pillows or bedding they took,
Correct.
right? So there could be easily something taken or even put there. All bedding and pillow from Celeste's room. Corner master bedroom comforter. All master bedroom bedding and pillows.
Here we go
Same
again.
thing. Master bedroom men's clothing from corner. Clothes on master bed. And they don't even give a recovery date anymore.
No.
And this was something I find odd. Regarding the clothes on the master bed. When they walk in on the 15th, I believe, on body cam, Shanann's shorts, her shirt and this Hawaiian freaking what do you call it? This flower necklace.
Hawaiian shirt, whatever it is.
Not a shirt. You know that it's not a necklace, it's like this flowery chain
Oh yeah,
thingy.
yeah, the thing. Oh yeah, one of those things you'd have around your neck in Jamaica
Necklace.
or
Yeah.
Hawaii or whatever. Yeah, I know what you mean.
A necklace.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
necklace.
That was neatly placed on her
Ali.
bed when they walked in. So I kind of find that odd. It's creepy. Who put that stuff there? Because the 15th, what date was that? That was on
Right, the
the
15th
Wednesday,
was
right?
Wednesday. Tuesday night, Chris left the house between 6 and 7 p.m. Tuesday evening. And that was the
And
last
did
time
not
he was
return.
actually at his house. He never returned.
Yeah. And then they come in when Kobach said to him, "Are you okay with me sending people in to search your house right now?" And Chris says, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yep.
And they walk in, and you see on body cam when they enter the bedroom, her clothes were neatly put on the master bed. And I
Mhm.
find that so creepy
Correct.
because all these clothes, which were on the master bed when
Weren't
they
there.
walked in, were in the corner on that little chair or footstool or what it was,
Correct.
right when you walk in on the left. I wish my internet connection wouldn't be that bad so I could show you.
Mm.
But you guys go back to the body cam footage of the 12th and also of the
Not the 12th.
no, not the 12th, the 14th and then the 15th. And on the 14th, that stuff is on the left when you walk into the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 15th, when they walk into the bedroom, it's neatly placed on the master bed. And this is so creepy.
It is, considering Chris wasn't there
Yeah,
all night Tuesday.
yeah.
Because
So
this is where I have my little my questions surrounding when we get down here through this evidence recovery and we get to the sheets that are in the bin in the kitchen. You know, like Tanya and I have got different viewpoints possibly on this, but it's quite possible that the sheets should have been found by the dogs at some stage in the bin. This is my opinion, unless of course, you know, the dogs were affected by the bleach that had been placed on the floors, so they couldn't pick up any other scents. So that might have been why. But I believe that bin would have been looked in at some stage by somebody in the kitchen. You're looking for evidence, and you did mention that the plastic bags, the bin bags from upstairs, were put into that bin as well, on top of the sheets.
he said he emptied all the bins
Yeah.
because
Okay,
they had
and
bin day on Tuesday.
correct. There's
No. I'm not talking about when Shanann got home. I'm talking about them, you know, when Coonrod walks in, he sees a stripped bed. And then on the Tuesday, you see those clothes and this flowery necklace thing on the left, hanging over a footstool on a pile of clothes.
because the bed had been
Right.
sort of remade on Tuesday as well, because there was the doona was up on the bed because Chris slept in it on
Right.
Monday night.
So the body cam on Tuesday when Jane and her dogs and all these people were there, the bed was, her clothes were still in that corner as they were on Monday on body cam. So Chris wasn't at home on Tuesday night. And on Wednesday when they walk in with the body cam, you see her clothes placed neatly on the master bed. And this is what I found odd. But go back and watch the footage again. It's there. All clothes from the hamper in the master bathroom, the baby monitor, 2 cameras, one from Cece's room and one from Bella's room, a Dell laptop, that's Chris Watt's work computer. And here again, we remember that the technician could not enlarge the picture he took of his work laptop, which is this one, that morning on site. They could have easily checked on his laptop of what he did take a picture of, because they had the laptop, right? So yeah, thumbnail format he couldn't enlarge. Okay, on August the 13th at approximately 16:19 hours, I arrived on scene to the 2800th block of Saratoga Trail at the request of Officer Coonrod. Upon arrival, he briefed me of information that Shanann Watts and her 2 daughters, Bella and Celeste, Cece, were missing from the residence. Officer Coonrod pointed out the residence to me, 2825 Saratoga Trail, which is a yellow 2-story with brown trim. Is that house yellow? What?
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry.
brown and even more brown on the trim. When I arrived on scene, the left east garage door was open and I observed a white Lexus SUV inside. I later observed a male, later identified as Christopher Watts, exit the residence. There was also a brown extended cab Ford pickup parked in the street in front of the house. I spoke to Detective Baumhofer over the phone and he advised Sergeant Bakes was on his way over and to check the house further for the 3 missing parties for any note that may have left behind. That may have been left behind. I spoke to Chris and he advised he was fine with us going through the house. Chris said he was going to go walk around the neighborhood to clear his head. Chris advised he works for Anadarko as an operator. He advised he works Monday to Friday.
Can you
So
take us off the screen?
he
Please,
says,
and bring us over to the back behind it. Because we're our 3 images are all in front of the writing.
oh, sorry.
Right, yep.
Sorry. So he says he's going around the neighborhood to clear his head. Interesting. Did he ever go around the neighborhood to clear his head? I
The only
gotta
thing,
check the, because there was a time, I think it was
on,
either 7 or 9 minutes where I couldn't see where he was.
well, on Tuesday he drove down to the letterboxes. On
That was
Tuesday he drove.
Monday. That
No,
was Monday.
Tuesday he drove down there. Tuesday morning, before the body cam people arrived at about 10:30 in the morning. He drove down to the letterboxes on Tuesday morning in his work truck, and then came back Tuesday morning.
Yeah, but this report is the Monday.
Monday, that's correct. He didn't go anywhere Monday. He didn't do anything Monday. He stayed and hung around the property.
I completed a consent to search form for the house. Christopher advised he is the homeowner. I advised Chris I wanted to search his house and in its entirety for missing persons. I then had Chris read the bottom of the consent to search form and advised him to ask me any questions he may have before signing. Chris read the bottom and waived his right to a warrant. He then signed and dated the form. A few moments later, Sergeant Bakes, Officer Coonrod, and I searched the house. Chris advised we had free rein and to do whatever you gotta do. Chris was advised that he can go inside with us or stay outside. Chris advised he would stay outside on the deck. Chris advised they have been together 8 years and married for 6 this year. He advised it was very unusual behavior. Chris entered the house and put their dog in the backyard.
What was unusual behavior?
Well, probably that she was gone and not
Okay,
taking
it
her
doesn't
phone
make
and
any
stuff.
sense. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense what they're actually saying. He advised it was very unusual behavior. To what? Because all they're doing is talking about them going in the house.
Yeah, you see that a lot in those reports.
You know what I mean?
It's
Chris
almost
advised
like
they've been together 8 years.
it's almost like somebody wrote something, then deleted it and left half of the sentence standing. It's really
Yeah,
weird.
because there's something missing
Yeah,
for that next sentence to actually be there.
right. Upon approaching the front door, I observed a Ring doorbell camera. Chris advised me he usually uses the garage door, and it depends what Shanann usually uses. He advised the only alert he had for the doorbell were when her friends were here. Chris advised the Ring should record as you approach the front door. Chris said it showed that she got home at 1:48 a.m. and the only thing that was weird was the garage door showed that it was still open after he left. Chris advised his alarm is through Vivid. Chris said her friend Nikki said the garage door was shut when she got there. When did she actually get there?
Well,
Because
officially,
we see her leaving at
12:10.
12:47, but we don't know when she got
12:10.
there, right?
No, 12:10.
12:10?
Because the
Okay.
motion, because of the front door, her trying to get in the front door, and Chris is like, gets on the phone to her and says,
Yeah, stop
why are
messing
you
with
trying
my
to get
front
into my
door.
house?
Right. I observed a purse on the kitchen counter along with a second phone in a black case. There was a green wallet in the purse. I observed Shanann's Colorado driver's license to be in the wallet along with cash and multiple bank credit debit cards. There was also a nausea
Nausea
medication in the purse prescribed to Shanann. Upon searching the rest of the house, I did not find signs of damaged property or anything that would indicate some type of struggle. The house was very well kept and organized, with exception to the office area. I observed medications in Ziploc bags on the desk in the office. The medication was inhalers and what I recognized to be packages of medicine for nebulizers. There was also a prescription bottle of Celeste for omeprazole DR 10 mg in the bag. What is that? Omeprazole?
I don't know, probably Tylenol.
The Lexus was parked in the garage with 2 car seats in the back seat and the keys sitting on the center console. See, that's also an odd thing. Would you be leaving your key on the center console?
He's leave it in the ignition. Oh, no, it would have been a push button start, I would imagine, that car. So, car was parked in the garage with 2 car seats in the back seat with the keys sitting on the center console. Well, your car's in a locked garage. You can leave your keys in the car. I don't find that unusual.
No, nothing suspicious.
I do find that very unusual because on my car, when I leave I have to start stop. And when I leave my key, basically when I have it on me, it opens the doors of it unlocks my car as I approach my car. So
Yep.
if I leave the keys on the center console, my car would basically lock me out. So I
Yeah.
find that very unusual.
Well, not in this instance with this particular model vehicle. Obviously, that wasn't the case.
You have a more modern car.
Yes.
What?
You have a more modern car.
Yeah.
No, I don't at all. My
Oh,
car
you
is
do.
like 14 years old. It's a
Yeah,
piece of
but
garbage.
it is German.
It's German. They're already 15 years ahead of the rest of us with cars. So
I gotta read
I
up on
understand.
this.
I would like
On
to
Lexus.
I would like to throw in a few observations, if you don't mind. This report is made by Officer
James.
Matthew James. Okay, as we can see, there is a difference from the previous report of Kunrod that was more like a well-being report. This is more oriented towards a crime scene report, because there is an inventory. All kind of suspicions are issued, and slowly, I mean, it is also from Tuesday. Let's not forget that. I don't know if it was mentioned, but maybe not everybody understood. So little by little, they left out the possibility of disappearance or something that it is more or less normal, and they are steering their investigation towards a murder or a felony of some kind. I am wondering who put so pressure on them. I mean, I know who, but who put so pressure on them to look for Watts as being the prime suspect and look for clues to more or less arrest him. And that is the objectivity of the law enforcement only after 2 days. No, they already had a suspect that had to be convicted, and it had to be the only one.
Yep, and he was always going to be the only one.
Yep. Narrative.
Narrative.
There was male sitting.
Sorry, one last thing, and I will shut my mouth. I mean, to all those who are listening to us, what we are doing now, it is we have a critical view on the documents issued in this case, because right now we have a better view of the bigger picture, and we narrowed down the scenario of the murders towards something very probable. But we would like to show you how sloppy I mean, you know already, but these documents that we had to work with are riddled with errors, omissions, and the reports are totally biased.
Yes.
So, yeah.
They're meant to be objective.
I mean, I think James and also Sergeant Bakes, they were in their reports. I have the feeling they were objective. But yeah,
But
there was mail sitting on the passenger seat. There was also other car seats sitting on the floor of the garage. The basement was unfinished and very well organized. There was a bed in the basement that had pillows and a blanket on it. The bed was not made. There was also a makeshift window covering on the window near the bed. This is the Mickey Mouse blanket, right?
No. It's the black one. That's the black. It's on the left-hand side of the bed. There was a
Ah,
black.
yeah.
Yep. That's the black one.
Okay. I then went upstairs into the master bedroom on the second level where Sergeant Bakes and Officer Coonrod were. Upon entering the room, Sergeant Bakes was looking at a blanket on the floor. I did not observe anything obviously damaged or anything that would indicate a struggle in the bedroom. The washing machine was open and it appeared there were a couple child's clothing items in the washer. There was a load of clothes in the dryer. The Purple Kid's bedroom did not have the bed made, but the sheets and blankets were on it. There was a Jack and Jill bathroom, pink, between two kid bedrooms. There was not water in the toilet of the there was not water in the no water, obviously, that should mean, in the toilet of the bathroom. I was advised the bathroom had previously been locked. There was a second bathroom off the loft upstairs that had children bath items in the tub. There was also a very well organized playroom upstairs with toys and books. The backyard had a short privacy fence with townhomes directly to the south. Upon looking in the backyard, I went back outside to the front where Chris was. I observed there to be a latch at the top of the front door, something commonly used on hotel rooms. That would prevent the door from opening unless the latch was unlatched. Oh, really? I also observed a pair of black, what appeared to be female, flip-flops directly next to the front door. Chris advised that the garage door pad on the exterior of the garage door did not work. Chris advised you had to have the actual garage door opener to close the garage from the outside. Shanann's garage door opening was in her car. So, weird. Officer Coonrod pressed the garage door opener that is attached to the wall next to the door that leads into the house to see how long it would take for the garage to close. There was enough time for someone to press the button from inside the garage, then run out of the garage and onto the driveway. Chris advised all their family is in North Carolina. He advised she has friends in Frederick, Erie, Aurora, Parker, and he has tried to contact them. Chris advised he couldn't log in to check the bank accounts because she does the finances, which is a lie. As we all know, he constantly checked into Chase Bank and all that. He said he knows the password but not username. He advised that they bank through USAA and Chase. Chris agreed to call to see if there was any activity. So when he checked his gift cards, Anadarko gift cards, he also called Chase and checked Chase on the internet quite a few times. Chris advised the small black suitcase next to the staircase was from the trip Shanann just got back from the morning of the 13th. She had went to Arizona for work. Chris advised the suitcase observed in their bedroom was from when they were in North Carolina. He said they just got back from North Carolina Then she went to Arizona 2 days later. Chris advised if there was a stockpile of cash in the house, he would not have known about it. He said she normally only carries approximately $100 cash with her. Why would he say if there was a stockpile of cash in the house? Dave, do you remember what they had even talked about?
They never talked about it.
No, I mean, what did Chris talk to the officer about when he said that prompted him to say if there was a stack of cash in the house?
Well, they were only talking about. They were talking about. Chris was talking about there was an alert that came through or something. Or no, when he got hold of the bank, something about the taxi ride, which was obviously Shanann the day before. And then at the same time, there was nothing that prompted the question about the stash. There was nothing, because not that I'm aware of. There was absolutely nothing that prompted the question about the stash of money.
Okay. The bed of Chris' work truck was filled with items including a fire extinguisher, a large diameter hose, a shovel, a gas can, and multiple toolboxes. Chris advised that was a pickup he always drives. Chris said he needed to go inside for his card information for the bank. Inside the house, he said there was a taxi cab charge that posted to Chase on the 12th. Chris advised Shanann had a passport, but he didn't know where it was. I asked Chris if he had looked through. Oh, hold on a minute. Doesn't she need her passport for the flights?
No, she's not going international.
So they don't check your passports if
For a
you're
domestic
having
flight,
a.
no, just your license. You just need ID with you, and your driver's license is sufficient.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
They check here all the time, so okay. I learn something new every day. He said she has different cards that him and didn't know how many she had. He said the debit cards were the same account. Chris advised his kids didn't have a favorite pair of shoes they wear. Chris showed a closet with multiple children's shoes in it. He said he tells them to pick their shoes. Chris advised Cece takes Singular or for allergies and omeprazole for acid reflux. He said he thinks they ran out of inhalers because the last one he saw had 0 on it and they hadn't refilled it yet. Why not refilling it? Chris advised he went back to work on the 8th, so they got home from North Carolina on the 7th. Chris advised she left for Arizona on Friday and got home last night. He advised he had the kids all weekend and they went to a birthday party yesterday. Chris said he has slept in the basement a few times because of the separation. He said it was probably Thursday night into Friday. He advised the kids slept in their own beds. Sergeant Bakes asked about the sheets in the master bedroom. Chris advised she usually jumps into bed after being in the airport and will wash the sheets the next day to get the airport off them. Chris advised he was in the master bedroom last night. Chris advised Shanann works at home in direct sales. Chris advised she doesn't go for walks around the area, but he will go for runs. Chris advised this morning they had a conversation about selling the house and separating. He advised they were both pretty emotional and crying. Chris said Shanann told him she was taking the kids to a friend's house, but didn't tell him who. He said she was still in bed when that happened. Chris said it was between 4 and 5 a.m. 4:26, the Basement door opens. He said he woke up at 4 a.m. Just to put that back onto your minds, 4:26, the basement door opens. Chris said he was passed out when she got home, then woke her up. He said he wanted to have the conversation with her face to face. He said the conversation lasted 30 to 45 minutes. He said he left between 5:15 and 5:30. So, if the conversation lasted 30 to 45 minutes, this would be no way when. So, I'm thinking he got out of the basement at 4:26, right? Entering the house through the basement again. So, this is too long. This couldn't have occurred the way he says it. Chris said he went to location first east of Hudson. He said he was the only one there because one of the other operators had an issue there Friday that was left over the weekend. He said he went there to verify the issue to see if he could fix it. He said he then went a pumping unit across the ranch. He advised it was the Survey Ranch near Rogan. Well, the site he was at, the 319, is also the Survey Ranch. So I don't understand why he would separate this. He says,
Excuse me for a minute. I'll be right back.
yes. He says he went to a location first east of Hudson and then says he went to the Survey Ranch. Right? So, but it's both the same thing. It's both Survey. Chris said he loaded up his water bottles, computer, book bag, container with O-rings into his truck. He advised he had an issue where someone stole tools out of his truck previously. He parked his truck near the neighbor's house for a few days to see if someone was trying to break in again. He said he had left his toolboxes in the back unlocked. He said he unloads his stuff on the weekend to clear his truck out. He said they originally moved in with a friend in Broomfield. Then their house was built in 2017. I guess this should say when their house was built. He said they don't have many friends in Frederick besides Nikki and some friends that recently moved to Thornton, Nick and Amanda Thayer. Chris said Shannon's friend Cassie is a nurse and noticed she had low blood sugar while they were in Arizona. He said before he met Shannon, she had a bad car accident where they believed she blacked out or had a seizure. I left Chris with my business card and told him to have her call us if anyone they know is in contact with her. Throughout the interaction with Chris, he was very cooperative and answered questions appropriately. Nothing was readily observed inside the residence that would indicate a struggle. On August the 13th at approximately 9:12 p.m., I called Chris to see if he had heard anything. He advised he had not, but provided me the phone number to a few of her friends. They included the following: Addie Maloney, Sam Paisley, Christina Meacham, Jeremy Lindstrom, and Cindy Darosset. Chris advised me she was in North Carolina for 5 weeks. Then he went for a 6th week. He said there was a disconnect and they fell out of love for each other. He said when they were together again the last week, it just wasn't the same. Chris felt like they weren't in love anymore. Chris said he could never be himself or be who he was before he met her. Chris said they had the disconnect once he saw her again and that it wasn't there anymore. Chris said it was totally possible she was seeing someone else. When asked if he was seeing someone else, he slightly lowered his voice and said, "Nah, I have not done that." Chris said he was going to work early to see what's going on. He said if his head wasn't there, he would roll out. Chris said He didn't know what he wanted us to do. He said it's hard to be in the house right now. Chris was advised to call us right away if he hears anything. I first spoke to Sam Paisley. She advised she lives in Maryland and knows Shannon through work. The last time Sam spoke with her was July 18th via text. Sam said most of her information was coming from Eddie and Cindy, who she was texting with. Sam advised Chris didn't want the baby Shannon was currently pregnant with, and that he wanted a separation. Sam advised Chris went to a baseball game on Saturday with his buddies, and Shannon thought his expense for a meal, salmon and beer, was expensive because it was around $60. Sam advised she thought Chris ate at the Rusty Bucket in Westminster around 8 p.m. and arrived 2 hours later. Sam advised Shannon was experienced nausea with the pregnancy. Sam provided me with contact information of Cindy. I then spoke with Jeremy. He advised Shannon has a very scheduled life. He advised the kids did take medication. Chris had brought the girls to his house on Sunday for a birthday party. Jeremy lives in Erie and sees them once every few months. When I called Jeremy, he was just leaving Chris' house with his wife. Oh, that's new too. Wasn't he there with, or did he ever mention that he was there with his wife? I thought after him and Colin spoke on the phone, he went there by himself. But that could be a different day, I don't know. I then spoke with Cindy. She was in Arizona with Shannon. Cindy lives in Arizona. Her and Eddie had dropped Nikki and Shannon off at the airport Sunday evening around 7 p.m. Cindy saw Nikki for the work event Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Cindy advised they work for Level. Cindy advised Shannon told them that Chris was becoming distant and said they weren't compatible anymore. Chris said Shannon was blindsided by this. Cindy said they were making plans to go away for the weekend. She mentioned that Chris recently deleted his Facebook account. Chris used to post on Facebook how proud he was of Shannon and the kids. Well, now we know that Shannon did all his Facebook posts. It wasn't Chris. Cindy said Shannon was pregnant with a boy, but they had canceled the gender reveal party because the energy wasn't right. Cindy said Chris has recently started to get more fit. Cindy advised Shannon was a very routine-orientated person and described her as a helicopter mom. Cindy described Chris as a passive and calm person. Cindy said Shannon has lupus. She also said Shannon was very distraught about Chris and that he was getting annoyed with her recently. Cindy advised she has known Shannon for a couple of years and saw them in April or May in New Orleans for work. I then spoke with Christina. Christina lives in Hawaii and describes herself and Shannon as best friends and have known each other for 14 years. She advised they talk every day. The last time they spoke was Friday, and Christina didn't bother her the other day because she was on her trip. Christina advised Chris has been cold towards Shannon recently. While in North Carolina, Shannon called Christina and said he wouldn't touch or kiss her anymore. Shannon told her that Chris didn't want the baby she was pregnant with and that he was scared. He was happy with having only the two girls. Chris told Shannon they weren't compatible anymore. So them two friends basically say the same thing. Right? Because they were in group texts and messages back and forth and stuff like that. So They basically say the same thing. Christina said their marriage began to change when Shanann was in North Carolina. Chris began to get aggravated with the kids around him. She said Chris used to put Shanann and the kids first. Chris began to not touch or ask Shanann about the baby. Christina said when they were separated for 5 weeks, Chris came back to Shanann as a different man. Christina said Shanann had a routine and was a bit OCD. She advised everything was in order, even what she wore as clothes. Christina described Shanann as very protective of the kids. Christina did believe they struggled a bit financially. Shanann wanted the marriage to work out, but said she couldn't fight for him without his help. Christina described the girls as being light sleepers. Because of where the girls slept above the garage of the house, they wouldn't open the garage in the morning. Christina said Chris would usually go out the front door. She said if there was an argument when she got home, the girls would have woken up. Christina used an example of when she lived with them. They had to leave early one morning, so they had parked the car outside the garage the night before. Shanann was worried just turning on the car would wake the kids. Christina advised Shanann would not leave the house without anything. Christina advised it would be hard to imagine Chris hurting the girls because he was very attentive and caring. Christina advised Chris getting aggravated with the kids as well, as the marriage all began at the same time. Christina also mentioned Chris had deleted his Facebook page. Finally, Christina described Shanann as a person who plans everything and says she wouldn't just have left like that. I then spoke with Eddie via phone. She was flying back to Maryland from Arizona. Eddie advised things were not good between Chris and Shanann. Chris didn't want the baby and they had canceled the gender reveal party. 2 weeks ago, Shanann was texting with Eddie telling her this information. When Eddie saw Shanann Sunday night, Shanann looked sad. Shanann said Chris went to the Rockies game with a group of guys. Shanann had been in contact with the babysitter who was watching the girls while he was out. Chris told her he went and got food after and ate salmon and drank beer. He told Shanann it was $62 and she thought it was expensive just for him. Eddie said while in North Carolina, Chris exposed their daughter to tree nut allergy, nuts and ice cream, and Shanann and his parents had a falling out over it. Eddie said his parents did not go to Cece's birthday party they had for her in North Carolina because of the falling out. Eddie said Chris and his father were close and Shanann had left like Chris, though she had caused problems with his dad. Eddie said Chris had also deleted his Facebook account last Thursday, which is strange because social media is used regularly for her business. Chris told Shanann he needed a break from Facebook. Eddie said Chris seemed to come around to the idea of another baby when he found out it was a boy because he wanted a boy. When Eddie found out they were having problems, it came as a huge shock to her. She advised Chris, told Shanann they didn't communicate well anymore, but wouldn't really say what was wrong with the relationship. Well, they never spoke to anyone about their relationship, right? Shanann was speaking to her friends about it, but what was really going on and the reasons why, they both kept to themselves, basically. They did not even speak to their parents about it. So Eddie said Shanann was anxious to get home because Chris was coming around prior to her going to Arizona. Shanann was also looking forward to getting away with him for the weekend. Eddie believed Nikki was going to watch the kids while they were gone, but wasn't sure. Eddie said Shanann was the best mom she knows and wouldn't have left medicine, phone, or car seats. Eddie said Shanann was the most organized person and planned everything. Eddie described Chris as being a great dad. Eddie said the only person in Colorado that knew of their marriage problems was Nikki. Most of Shanann's friends are through the business. Eddie said Shanann would go on play dates and mentioned Amanda, who used to be the director at the school. A female by the name of Karen they work with was also in Arizona and lives in Colorado, but they didn't discuss Chris with Arizona. I think that should mean didn't discuss Chris with Karen. Eddie also mentioned Chris told her a neighbor has a security camera that is pointed at their house. For a full account of my conversations with all the friends, please refer to the Taser camera footage. And I'm going to be uploading their phone interviews as well for you guys. It should be noted, I, along with Sergeant Bakes, Officer Goodman, and 2 Dacono officers, looked through the houses under construction in Shanann's neighborhood, but did not locate them, so they went out there. A caller from Sandy, Utah, had observed a Facebook post regarding Shanann. She advised she observed a guy with 2 young girls that looked similar to the missing children at the Dimple Dell Aquatic Center in Sandy, Utah at approximately 6:05 p.m. The RP was Kathy Burnett. Videos and photos were uploaded to evidence.com. No further information. Officer Matthew James. So, and this is his written notes.
More
And
like doodling.
What?
More like doodling.
Doodling, yeah. Yeah. I think you get more information out of these handwritten notes than you actually get. I don't know if that's the case with Officer James, but for many, what I looked through, you get way more information out of the handwritten notes, and they are really something worth. So, victims 172, whatever that means. Report, whatever that is. ADV, Matthew James. Sandy, Utah, Facebook, Shanann Watts. 2 girls look like twins with guy under tree. Aquatic center. Girl crying whole time. Guy turned away. Thank you. Looked like girls. Durable bell? Whatever that means. Chris Watts.
Dimple Bell.
Dimple Bell. That looked like an R
yes.
and an A. Okay. So that little girl was crying the whole time. See, he's not stating that in his report, but he does write that down. So all their phone numbers: Sam Parsley, Maloney, Eddie, Cindy, Darristad, Christina, Jeremy. Okay, Maryland. Sam talked July 18th via text. Routine, nothing off. Chris didn't want baby, wants separation. Saturday night baseball game, buddies, salmon, and beer. Something 7 First Westminster, Rusty Bucket. Ate something, got home, 2 hours Rockies game. Pregnant, nauseous, 4 months. latex. Whatever that means. But this is how their brains work, right? They put just, I would be like, what the heck did I even put there?
What
Couldn't.
brain? My
What?
question is what brains?
Like, yeah. I mean, to get a report out of these little notes, I mean, he remembers quite a lot. All the little details. I mean, this was like a 6-7 page written report, right? So Erie, Jeremy, scheduled life rain machine goes. Kids take medicine. Once every few months, Chris, house with kids, talks to mom. Okay. Cindy, met Lavelle, Phoenix, 7 p.m. Nikki and Shanann from Addie from Nikki. Thursday, front
Event.
event
I-
Friday, Sunday. Husband distant, not compatible anymore. Blindsided. Try go away for weekend. Deleted Facebook account. Proud of her and kids. He posts. Having boy 15 weeks, cancelled gender reveal party. Not right. What does that say? Energy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They should go to
He should be a doctor.
what?
He should be a doctor.
Yeah, absolutely. He got more fit recently. Rocky's game Sunday. Did not want baby, told Eddie. Routine person, helicopter mom. Passive man, calm person.
Tanya,
At dinner?
Tanya, is Dave in the panel?
Yeah. Oh, Dave, what happened?
I got kicked out accidentally, and I've been sitting back here for about 15 minutes.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not see you at all. I did not see that you were kicked out.
I was trying to help you read it, and I'm going. It says this up further up when it said latex. It was actually 2 hours later is what it was written, and I'm sitting there. I'm going. I want to help you read it.
I'm sorry, I did
That's
not see
okay.
that at all, that you've been kicked out. You know, I don't see the actual screen when I'm on. I'm
Yeah.
on the screen I'm
Okay.
sharing. I'm
No
sorry,
worries.
but now you're back.
Yeah.
Okay. Rocky's game. Did not want baby. Routine person, helicopter mom. Passive man, calm person. At dinner, lupus. So distraught about Chris. Nick, Addie, Cindy, Shanann getting annoyed with her recently. Well, not them getting annoyed. He just makes a side note. I just read that one out. Dinner Sunday night. Known her couple friends. Known her couple. What? Known her a couple of years, early May to April. Addie. Christina called to her 2 months. She had surgery, helpful with kids, loving and caring. And C. She started whatever, not touch, kiss, talking. She 14 years friends. He didn't want baby, scared. Just 2 girls, Not compatible anymore. Alone a long 5 weeks. Wouldn't do it anymore. Struggling about a baby, a boy. Super excited. Willing to go to therapy with her. Aspen Friday with her. She was done if. Last spoke Friday when she, Arizona, sea of baby. That's horrible. Every day spoke with her. She was in charge, loving, caring, loony doony,
No, lovey-dovey.
lovey dovey,
Yeah.
loony too. Oh, sorry. It looks like loony, lovey dovey. Tired of not being
Able
able
to hang a wall.
hang with wall. That's
Yeah.
probably when he said I would like for let me hang a picture or something.
Mm.
Wanted a sorry. Or does that mean boy? I read that as sorry. Wanted a say.
Wanted to say.
Ah, he wanted a say. Like my sister. Just happened in NC. Civil because of kids. Makes no sense. Put kids in Shanann first. With kids.
Aggressive with kids around
Aggressive
him.
with kids around him. Did not touch her or
ask about baby.
ask a baby. Do you want to read that, Dave? I think you actually can read that better than me.
Come back to her.
Another man.
Come back
Come
to
back
her.
to her, another man.
Yes.
Yep. Routine, OCD, everything in order, as in the house being, everything in order. Even what?
Ever what?
Later, never unless asleep. Something. Never leaves without a flip-flops. Protective of the kids and struggles sometimes financially. Look at the last two lines. How easy are they to read?
Yeah.
She struggles sometimes financially. Sometimes.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Like they couldn't even afford the peanut butter on their sandwich, man.
Yep. Do you see how they added to the narrative then of aggressive with kids? By
Yeah.
writing it in there?
Yeah, well, but this is what she says. This
Mm.
is what she told her friends in her text messages.
I wanted marriage to work. Wanted marriage to work. I can't fight with him without. I can't fight with him or without him. Girls are light sleepers. Open garage early in the morning. Yeah, don't do it. Basically, a no-go.
No-go.
Yeah, don't open it. Chris went out the front door, not out through the garage. Car outside the
Car
garage.
outside garage.
That's when she left. They left their car outside the garage. Remember? She will not.
Yeah.
She will not leave like that. Hard to imagine Chris hurting the girls. Attentive, acting, and attentive and caring. Kids and marriage problems started together. Okay, kids and marriage problems started together. Deleted
this
his
is what he
Facebook
said
page
above.
and plans everything
Plans everything.
and never leave all of a sudden like that, basically. Addie. Things not good between her and Chris. Sunday evening, concerned he was having an affair. Nikki Cindy Thrive. He didn't want baby. Cancelled gender reveal party. He was not wanting baby. 2 weeks ago, text string, text messages, him cheating. Him
cheating. Sunday
Sunday
night.
Said, I looked sad.
Sunday night looked sad. I don't know. Went to Rocky's group of guys. Out late.
She didn't come with
babysitter.
She was come with babysitter.
Communicating with babysitter, that means.
Yeah, communicating with babysitter. Went to get food after. Had beer. Had beer, salmon. Dinner bill was $62. He told her what he spent. Okay, at the Lazy Dog. He's been deleted, even texts with dad. Falling out
parents in NC.
In North Carolina. Chris's mum exposed about the tree nut allergy and falling.
Didn't come to Cece's birthday party.
Yep. Dad is Chris, and Chris felt she
caused problems with his dad.
Yeah.
Chris deleted. Who's that? That's her again. Chris deleted his Facebook last Thursday. He seemed to come around when found out boy because he wanted a boy. Chris is part of her social media for her business. He needed break from it. Friends
with them she's been friends with them for about 3 years.
3 years, right.
She put a team
with her,
part of a team with her
company.
Part of a team with her company. This guy should have been a doctor. Seriously. His handwriting.
Absolutely.
Horrendous.
Huge
shock. Things weren't okay between them.
Yeah, because they kept everything, trying to keep up the facade of everything's being good.
They just don't communicate. Well anymore. Chris wouldn't say what was wrong with the relationship.
Anxious to get home. He was coming around prior to her going to Arizona.
Correct.
Looking forward to this long weekend to getting away. Nikki, whatever, kids, bedtime. She never would have left medicine, phone, car seats. Best mom she knows, most organized, planned everything. He's always been a great dad. Only local person
confided in was Nikki.
Yeah. Most of her friends through business. Friends Amanda. Several play dates. Karen lives in Colorado but didn't discuss Chris in Arizona. Chris told him.
Neighbor has security camera pointed at the house.
Pointed to house.
There you go.
Right. And that was Officer James.
Tanya, could you do me a favor and go back to page 6 of 9?
What?
please go back to page 6 of, not the written notes, the report,
Yes.
page 6.
I'm gonna end this read through with Officer James' report, and then next time we move on to
No,
Goodman.
no, hold
Yeah,
on,
back down a little
Ho-
bit. Yep, there.
hold on,
Thanks.
hold on. And the bottom side, could you please highlight 2 sentences for me?
Which is
Please, please scroll down some more. Okay, bottom where Sergeant Bakes asked about the sheets. This sentence and up to the end of the paragraph.
Sergeant
Could you,
Bakes asked about the
could you,
sheets in the master bedroom.
I would like to ask people in chat, and especially women, to comment on this.
Sergeant Bakes asked about the sheets in the master bedroom. Chris advised she usually jumps into bed after being in the airport and will wash the sheets the next day to get the airport off them. Well, this is actually not what he said. I remember that he said she is getting the airport off her.
By having a shower.
Exactly.
It was nothing to do with the sheets.
He never said she's washing the sheets to get the airport off them. He never
No.
said that.
No, he said she came home to have a shower to get the airport off her.
Genau. Yeah.
In this sentence, I think that she went to bed without getting a shower, right?
Right.
And what's said, they had sex, right? Don't you
Yes.
see? I mean, you know, some people are raising statues for Shannon. And
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
I mean, I want to do a correlation between the sheets as, let's say, the reason that they might be missing, and also that says something about Shannon too. You know, some unpopular truth.
Yeah, but he never said that. He never said that she's jumping into bed and then wash the sheets to get the airport off them. That's
And
a lie.
how come it is written in this report?
Well, how come so much other bullshit is written in this report he never said?
Usually they forget to mention everything that could be favorable for him, and they put things that throw him under the bus.
Yeah, well, throwing him under the bus. Let's all go back. Let's go a bit further down the track, and let's talk about NK discussing Chris needed to wash those smelly sheets. The sheets, they stunk. The sheets, right? Well, putting
Yes.
this paragraph in about these sheets favors
Excuse
that.
me a second, please.
But we all actually know for a fact Chris does not actually say this. He actually says, Don, that he was Shanann came in for a shower, and she was going to wash so she could wash the airport off her.
How do you know that?
Because he actually says it. He says it in his Tuesday night interrogation. I'm certain it's his Tuesday night interrogation. It's one of the 2 interrogations. He actually says it.
So this is an error in this report.
Absolutely. Yet another error. Yes.
And they asked about the sheets because they were missing, right?
Yeah, well, nobody. Yeah, no, they asked about the sheets because they said the top sheet was missing. But as we all know, what was taken into evidence was the top sheet, and then further, then all bed linen, all bedding was taken. So we don't know what was actually taken into evidence from that bedroom at all. Okay, all we know is that there was a sheet and 2 pillowcases found in the bin.
The bin, yeah.
Okay, and then Nicole Kessinger actually carries on like an idiot, like through a whole interview about dirty sheets. And this is all just putting the sheets narrative into the actual story, because Chris was never actually said this about the sheets. He actually said she was going to have a shower to wash the airport off her.
And could somebody establish without any doubt that the missing bed sheets were those found at Service 19 and then back to the bin in the kitchen?
Well, there's dirt on the pillowcases. There's dirt on the pillowcases that could match dirt from anywhere. It's not
That
mascara.
sheet, the sheet they actually found out at Survey was not taken into evidence.
That is what I
The
wanted to
sheet
know.
you see they hang up for in the drying locker is the coroner's sheet.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
So where is the sheet they found out at Survey?
Yes, that is what is missing. I wanted
Correct.
to know.
Exactly. So is it the sheet they found in the bin on Tuesday? On Thursday
Wednesday. Wednesday
or
they found this
Wednesday?
sheet. Yep. We don't know.
That is an important piece of evidence, though. I mean, they collected all kind of stuff, and this.
Hold on a minute. What no, Finn, what are the same sheets? What are the same sheets? The sheet in the drying locker is the coroner sheet.
That is correct. The coroner's sheet, Shanann's shirt, bra, and knickers are hanging, are all up there together. That was the only evidence that they actually found. Well, that's the only evidence. They put it all together, right? And then the actual fitted sheet that's supposedly out at Survey, or on the drone footage. Where is it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the sheet at the site matched the one in the kitchen.
That's correct. But where's the one that was at the site?
But where is the one that was at the site?
Okay, but the matching is just a supposition of ours, not that somebody wrote a report and said for certain they are exactly the same.
Even young Nicholas knew what they all looked like.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Sure.
what I mean?
So do you think that
Yes,
the
I
sheet
know,
they
I know.
found out at Survey was actually the sheet in the bin?
We don't know.
Well,
No, there is
if
no
it
forensic.
wasn't, there must be two sheets. So where's the sheet from Survey?
There is nothing in the evidence room, probably. And the one in the bin, again, I don't think to be taken into evidence.
But why not? The sheet they found in the bin, as well as the pillowcases, are on the evidence logs. They took this into evidence, as well as all bedding from the kids' rooms and the bedroom.
No, I'm just
So
wondering.
where
I'm
is
just
the sheet they found at Survey?
okay. I understand, but Monday there was no sheet in the bin, right?
We don't know that.
We don't know.
Or Tuesday. We don't know
We
that
can
either.
just go by what he says, and he says that he emptied all his bins Tuesday because they had bin day.
Yep.
And he does not know why there was bathroom garbage and all that stuff in his kitchen bin.
Correct.
So who was on Tuesday other than in the house, other than the law enforcement?
Exactly.
It is
Nicole
a rhetorical.
Atkinson was
It
in
was
the
a
house.
rhetorical question.
Yeah, Nicole Atkinson was in there with Madison, and also the Thayers had been in there on Tuesday morning.
Okay.
We know that for a fact.
Yeah, it's on body cam. And then on Wednesday, miraculously, those clothes on the bed were neatly placed. The watch was there.
Yep, the watch was found in the exact same place as the
sheets were
phone
there
the phone
in the
was.
bin. Fishy, fishy, fishy,
Yes,
fishy.
just wanted to mention for the people in chat to keep that in mind. Because some of them asked me about something I said during the chat, and what they learned in this discussion might be an answer for them. Okay.
Hold on a second. I gotta pull this sheet picture up. I think I have it somewhere.
The sheet picture that the
Yeah.
fitted sheet picture, right? They show us out at Survey. Obviously, hadn't been out there during any rain. All right, so but they show us that picture of that sheet out at Survey. You never see that sheet again. You know what I mean? They're holding up that sheet at Survey to take the photos, but you never see that sheet again.
Exactly.
Yes, and also there is also something strange. I mean, if Shanann was wrapped in that sheet, it would be more probable that she was buried with that sheet also. Instead of
Correct.
that, the sheet is thrown away on the field, in the field, and
75 feet from the grave.
Yes, and Shanann didn't deserve even a sheet like, let's say, Arabs are burying their people. And maybe people asked if someday we can talk about autopsy and the more details about the burying of Shanann, because it is about hatred, it is about some kind of punishment, and shallow grave, not even a decent grave, and the position and the decomposition and everything speaks about hatred.
Okay, I can find it right. Hold on a sec.
A close photo of the sheet?
Yeah. Do you have one on hand?
No.
Oh, hang on.
There is somewhere, but
Got my file. Hang on, I got my folder here. Hang on. Hang on.
I mean, I know it has a specific texture, but
Hang on. I've got a folder here called Survey Images. Survey Images. Right. View as large icons. Unload. Just talking to myself. Yeah. Give me a moment. Sorry.
yeah, I found them.
You've got them, Don?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll stop looking. Tanya's gone missing. She's lost her internet connection for a minute, mate. So it's just me and you. So she can't bring it up on the screen. All right, because she's not here at the minute. She'll be right with us. Here we
I'm
go.
back.
Tanya's back now. Okay, so I will mute myself and disappear for a minute.
Yeah, this is the fitted sheet.
And we never see this again, this fitted sheet.
We never see this again.
Correct. And this is
And
the
I-
pillowcases.
Yes.
Yeah, but there also was a sheet, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's a sheet there. Yep.
Found in the bin in the
Correct.
kitchen.
A flat sheet.
So
we
the
have a
sheet,
close-up of that one.
the texture is matching the pillowcases as texture, right?
Yeah, and what they're
Right.
showing you right here, right now, is a drag mark. That's what
Exactly.
they're trying to say. He dragged her down the driveway. That's what they're trying to show you by giving you this image right here. That's their narrative.
What I want to know is this one they found out at Survey the same one they found in the kitchen?
That is what
I can't
was
remember if it was a
one in the
fitted or a
kitchen
flat
is-
sheet.
The one in the kitchen's a flat sheet that matches this sheet.
Ah, okay.
Okay? The one in the kitchen is a flat sheet that matches that sheet.
Okay, hold on. Catherine sent me something. It looks, yeah, it does look like a flat sheet. But I'm not too sure. Catherine, is it a flat sheet?
Which one? The one that man is holding up?
No, Catherine just sent me a picture of I did not have it on hand. She just sent me a picture of the one they found in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I cannot see. This could be anything, fitted or not fitted. So Catherine, that's a flat sheet, right? Or fitted? It's so crinkled up. Well, I don't know, but I guess
So
we'll find
describe
out.
it as a flat sheet in one of their reports.
Right.
All right. And it's the matching sheet to match that fitted sheet that's out at Survey.
Right. So we definitely know that them two were not the same sheets, but I still want to know, where is the sheet they found out at Survey?
Correct.
Because the one they put in the drying locker was the one they put
They
her
wrapped
in
it.
when they
That's right.
recovered her body.
Correct.
They must have left it on the field.
You know what's weird? They take these two garbage bags they find into evidence. We see those, but not the sheet.
Hmm.
Right, Linda. Sheets and trash had Survey dirt on. This is what I
Quite
believe too.
possibly it was either Survey dirt or backyard dirt.
Yeah.
You know, out where the where
Where
somebody
the
was
tire tracks were.
where the tire tracks were out the back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Could
It's the
be
same coloured dirt.
also a possibility. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this live stream.
Mhm.
And next time, where are we on? Next time we are on, what did I just say? Page number 66. We're starting with Officer Goodman. This is the opposite of, didn't he come in? Didn't he call?
Officer Goodman's the officer that called Chris at
Right.
2 o'clock in the morning. Like, he rings at 2 a.m. to say, "Oh, I was just wondering if you can give us some, the height and weight of your daughter,
Right.
your daughters." Like,
In the
seriously,
middle
at
of the
2 a.m.
night.
in the
Yeah.
morning. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he
Right.
the one who also learns about the Apple Watch?
Yes, at 4:38 in the morning at 4:38 a.m. Yes. So you've got it 2:07 is on the phone. At 2:07 is on the phone with Chris. NK's listening into that call. And at 4:38 a.m., Sandy Ruzick rings up and talks about the kids being covered in oil and the Apple Watch.
Okay, that should be interesting. Phone tag time, right?
Yes.
All right, if you stay here for 1 minute.
Yep, I can do that.
All right, you guys, sometime this week, I'll be doing Goodman then, together with you. And on Saturday, I was planning on showing you how we did basically put together the timeline of, or the synchronization of the CCTV footage with the help of data, router logs, his phone, and obviously Don and his expertise in
Yes.
digital analysis. So yeah, we're gonna do that on Saturday. I don't know when I'll be going through the second part of the discovery, but it will be definitely this week. So up until then, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Thank you, Dave and Dawn.
No worries.
Thank you to everybody who became a new member to my channel. And a big, 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 massive thank you to all the moderators that keep chat so nice, quiet, and respectful.
Yes.
And I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Have a good night or have a good day wherever you are in the world. I love you
revoir.
guys. Bye bye. See you later.
Bye bye.